and purpose of our life, the whole aim and end of human experience. Aristotle. Happiness is the purpose of our lives. The Dalai Lama. One thing is for sure, both the great philosopher and His Holiness agree on one thing. Happiness is the purpose of our lives. But the great question is, how do we acquire happiness? A few years after I graduated from college, I had a full-time job with Ethiopian as a financial analyst to support myself. At the same time, I also got a job with Neiman Marcus as a sales associate to support my expensive taste. You can't blame a girl for wanting to get 30% discount. And then I would have clients who'd come and get a $5,000 Chanel bag, a $400 Gucci sunglasses, and $800 Manolo Blahnik shoes. They get excited. In fact, someone could mistakenly say they were happy. But then I see them a few months later in the store looking for another handbag, another pair of sunglasses, another pair of shoes. And I say, hey, how's the Chanel bag? And she will say, it's just another bag. The allure is gone. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in an age where the average person gets 5,000 marketing messages every day. You know, and I know, that happiness doesn't come in a shopping bag. In the coming few minutes, however, I want to share with you the secret to a happy life. Mr. Toastmaster, members, and guests, my life's biggest lesson in the most unlikely place. When I was a teenager growing up in Ethiopia, there was a severe famine that was responsible for the lives of hundreds and thousands of people. Though I was just a high school student, I felt compelled to help the victims. My family gave me permission, so I signed up with an international aid organization for 2 years. I left home on a 2-day journey to go to the famine relief camp. When I got to the camp, I was greeted by a sea of people whose body weights have emaciated to about an average of 70 pounds. They were like walking skeletons. Nothing could have prepared me for that. As I worked with them day in and day out, there was something puzzling about them. Despite the fact that they were living in abject poverty, have lost their cattle, have lost their harvest, have lost everything they owned except for the dirty clothes on their back, have lost family members, relatives, and friends, yet they were enjoying incredible happiness. They would have campfire at night and they would be laughing and laughing and laughing until they were too tired and they go to sleep. And I wanted to know what that was. How can they be this happy in one of the worst famines even my country has known? Over 100,000 lives were lost. And I started observing them. Every morning they would come to get their daily portion of protein-fortified flour, about this size can, for the whole family. So all they have to eat is either bread or porridge. And as they line in the morning, I see them. If there's somebody weaker than they, though everybody is the same pretty much, or older, they make sure they're ahead of them. They put them in front of them. They were compassionate. And then once in a while I see 4 men carrying a stretcher, and I look at the body of the person that's carrying, he's like a walking skeleton. And yet those were so compassionate people, they could not let somebody else weaker than them behind. When was the last time you were that compassionate to somebody who needed your help? The second secret didn't come to me until my family came to visit me. This famine relief camp was in a remote area, no electricity, no running water, no iPhone. After all, I'm a teenage girl, so my family was worried, and they decided they too would get on the 2-day journey to come see me. The word got around that my family was in town. One day, there was a knock at the door. When I opened the door, I was speechless. There were a bunch of women that had come to thank my family for sending me there. And as I gazed in their eyes, I saw genuine love and respect and gratitude. And something that blew me away was, I don't know how, and I don't know where they got it, but one of the ladies had 3 old bananas. You see, there was drought, so nobody could harvest anything. So they had to go out of their way to get this. It was as if somebody brought me the most expensive jewelry from Tiffany. It took my breath away. If those ladies were in an Olympics, if there was an Olympics for gratitude, they would have gotten the gold medal and broken a record that would not be matched for centuries to come. When was the last time you expressed gratitude like that? Recently, I read a publication by Harvard Health that gratitude makes you enjoy better health. Gratitude makes you enjoy stronger relationships. And gratitude makes you enjoy greater happiness. It's a scientific fact. But I was fortunate that I could witness that firsthand. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask you to stand with me on this journey of happiness by being compassionate and by being grateful. We got to stand together. Together. That way, we will change the world. Mr. Toastmaster.
Thanks, Sehin. Again, let's take a minute to give some feedback.